fun. Deep State's Grid Monster on the run.
Good morning, World Wide Web. Welcome to the Internet Dad Show. I'm Jason. That's Deacon. That's Dave. We are your Internet Dads, and we meet here every day and we talk about probably super boring stuff. And if that's not interesting to you, bye. It's interesting to us. You can subscribe on YouTube.
Sometimes it's not interesting to us.
Yeah. He's lying. You know what? It's the sorting. It's the sorting that's the part that grows you. Figuring out what's interesting and what's not. You got to go through all of it to do that.
I don't know what
you shouldn't just only have
not a clue.
If you had Lucky Charms, but it was entirely marshmallows, would that make you happy?
Absolutely.
You think it would, but it wouldn't. No.
Don't speak for me.
No. You want that.
No, you don't.
You want that. You want that
for everyone.
Cereal Crunch.
If you got a box of Lucky Charms and you got home and you looked in, you opened the box to get some cereal, and the whole thing was marshmallows. Right. There wasn't one little crushed up sawdust wheat pellet in there.
Yeah.
You would think you won the lottery. You would take a picture of it. You would put it on the internet. You would tell at least 2 or 3 buddies. They actually have they're just dehydrated marshmallows. Take those and put them in the microwave. So they have packs of those in our local little grocery store, our little IGA. We were walking along and they've got this little wooden thing where they sell dates and, raisins and nuts. And I was looking one day and I'm like, is that a bag of just the marshmallows from cereal? And it is. I was like, oh my God. I'm diabetic and I will die if I eat this, but I really want to eat this.
Yeah. I feel like you would think that that's exciting, but then the first mouthful of stale, dried up marshmallows, you'd be like, this is not what I dreamed.
No.
That's what I'm saying. This is my point.
I love marshmallows.
It's the mix of things that's better. All right, I have 2 internet connections, but I'm going to disconnect my Wi-Fi for the moment. I'm going to disconnect my Wi-Fi for the moment so it'll clear up. So the regular
I can't find it on Amazon here real quick, but on Amazon,
maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Maybe.
On Amazon, you can find huge boxes, huge bags of dehydrated marshmallows.
Yes.
All right, now I'm back, but it's cleaner now. I'm sorry about that. So I have too many internet connections, and not all of them are for internet. Okay, so welcome. Good morning. How you guys?
Morning. I'm groovy, man.
Yeah.
Groovy.
Yeah. Groovy.
We're getting storms today.
Campbell. That doesn't sound good.
I love a good storm.
Yeah, but last year when there was good storms in eastern Kentucky, there was massive floods. Yeah, good storms. Qualified.
Yeah, it's been too dry.
You got a drought? You guys are droughting?
No, not droughting.
Just dry.
Just too dry. We're farmland. Our farmers need rain.
Western Kentucky has had a lot more rain than Central Kentucky. Our humidity has been so much around here. I've joked, but you can literally probably set up a camera and in 24 hours, you could watch your grass in your yard. Literally. I will mow the yard. And then the next day I'm like, what the hell?
You got to mow it all the way down to the dirt. You got to set that lawnmower all the way down.
I had it on. Inch. Yeah. and to be honest, when I went through the first pass, I thought last week when I went through the first pass, I was like, why in the hell is this thing bogging down so much? It should not be bogging down this much. Is the grass this thick or wet? So I was going real slow. And then after I got done that first pass, I was like, man, there's something wrong. And I looked, my deck had fallen all the way to the bottom. When I went to put it on 4, I don't guess it latched good and it slipped. And so I was mowing it. And so
you're mowing the dirt.
So I have one freaking path in my yard that's like a half inch lower than everything else. I didn't want to do the rest of it that way, but I tried to compensate. I was like, it'll fix itself.
Within
Oh,
just a few
lawns.
hours.
Yeah, within
Yeah,
just a few hours.
bet.
You can't even see it now.
Oh, hey, you guys want some weird news? Turns out
Yes.
the world's oldest baby has been born from a frozen embryo from 1994. So how old is this baby? Is this baby like a month old or a year old, or is it like 30 years old?
We don't start measuring. You're not 48 and 9 months,
No.
7 months, 8 months, whatever people. You don't measure it. We don't measure it that way
Right.
when we come out. But yeah, I mean,
We like to measure it.
I personally,
Technically, I'm going to disagree with that. And scientifically, a female is born with all the eggs she will ever need.
Okay. Yeah.
She does not make new eggs.
right?
So, in essence, if you have a 35-year-old woman who becomes pregnant, that egg is 35 years old.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, no, but you're
The
saying what
egg
Deke is
is.
saying. Yeah, you're saying what Deke is
Right,
saying.
right, right.
Like
It's
the
in
clock doesn't
frozen
start till you
storage.
cross the start line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the clock doesn't start until
Okay.
insemination.
No. Okay.
Well,
so y'all are
and
saying different
that's what I
things.
was getting at. I personally believe that, but we as a human society, how old are you, Dave? I'm 48. You don't be like, I'm 40. We haven't used as a
47
society
right
to be
now.
whatever. We haven't used as a society to be like, we add from the day we're born plus 9 months or
Right.
however long, 8 months or however long it took. I don't say that. I don't celebrate my birthday in freaking December. I was born on June the 4th. I don't know. I don't want to know when
Okay.
I don't want to know when my parents had sex.
Yeah.
I don't want to know that.
How old are you? No, not your breathing age. How long has it been since your mom and dad had a bad night out at the bar?
How old are you since your mom wanted a back rub? How old are you since that?
Ooh.
Since that night.
The world's oldest baby has been born from an embryo frozen in 1994. According to MIT Technology Review, Thaddeus Daniel Pierce, a baby boy who was born on July 20, so like 5 days ago, from an embryo created in 1994, makes him the oldest on record, the oldest baby on record, having 3 embryos frozen after her 1990s IVF. Linda Archard donated 2 through a Christian snowflake program where she was matched with somebody after 7 years. According the record-breaking embryo has been slow frozen in a plastic vial, and 2 were transferred into Lindsay Pierce's womb in a Tennessee clinic. Anyway, 1 embryo successfully implanted, resulting in Thaddeus Daniel Pierce.
They should have named him. He should have been named Thaddeus Methuselah Pierce.
World's oldest baby. He's 5 days old and 30 some years. That's kind of interesting. Don't you think that's kind of interesting?
From a technology and scientific, interesting is a word that it is.
Okay.
I'm not trying to. Y'all know how my storytelling brain goes. I'm not trying to go the doom gloom route. I'm trying to think. Hopefully this will have some sort of way to benefit. Curing something or doing. Maybe something positive will come out of this that's happened instead of people trying to profit off of.
Well, I don't know about his profit about that, but like there's a
there's gonna be stories and interviews that will pay for you to come. There's gonna be profit.
Yeah, there's profit coming from
My name is Thaddeus and I was born. That's my story. So it's something like 25% of pregnancies end in miscarriage. So many people
that we know of.
I
think it's higher than that.
And a lot, it's
higher than that.
It's a lot of people that try and are unable to have kids. So we have this IVF and there's a couple of different like treatments or whatever. And, my wife and I did IVF at least a couple times. And okay, so when they go to sorry if this is gross or whatever to somebody, I don't know. But what happens is they go in and they will harvest some of the woman's eggs, and they will, and every time you go to get that, it's a real traumatic experience. So when they go in, they get like 6 or 8 instead of 1, right? So you get like 6 or 8, and then they freeze the ones they don't use, and they try to implant 1 or 2. And if they take, that's great. If they don't take, then they can go back to the batch. But say they take, and you got 6 left over. Well, they're frozen for how long? For however long you pay for it to be frozen. A year, 5 years, apparently 30 years. And like, there's kind of an ethical dilemma right there, isn't there? Like, how long do you leave an embryo? So it's been fertilized, but it's frozen. How long do you leave that?
Well, sometimes, JJ, the packs of Magic the Gathering cards get put underneath the shelf of the Target. So after about 30 years, when you're tearing down the Target, you find some old packs of Magic the Gathering cards that's been left underneath that no one really forgot is completely there,
Vintage. You got a vintage baby.
I mean,
all right.
The only reason I say
It's
that,
not wrong.
I make that joke. I just saw a video not too long ago of they were tearing down a Target, and they were moving the shelves, and there underneath the shelves were all these boxes of some Pokemon something, and they were like, we literally
just made money.
Gold mine with these.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, people will pay hundreds of dollars for those.
Dude. So
things.
my son Deacon collects Pokemon cards, but he's starting to collect these other cards now because he likes the artwork and blah, 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 and this and that. And he was explaining it to me, and he was like, you don't have to justify it to me. I think that's cool. But I asked him, I was like, do you play Pokemon? Do you and your buddies play Pokemon? He's like, no. Like, you don't actually play the game? And he was like, no, we just collect the cards. He's like, I like the art, I collect the cards. And I'm like, so I understand that, and I understand where it come from because I played Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering employed these professional artists. A lot of those professional artists got a lot of work and made millions of dollars and got exposure from Magic the Gathering cards.
Maybe they didn't.
They had a specific artwork for some of those early cards and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal. If you were a fantasy artist in Magic the Wizards of the Coast and wanted to hire you to do Magic the Gathering for 2 cards or 1 card, hell yeah, you would love that. So some people do that, but I like playing the game.
There's a lot of kids that collect Pokemon cards, but they don't actually collect and they don't play. They just like kids my kids' age, like 5 and 6 or whatever, first grade or whatever. You'd be surprised at how many Pokemon cards are in the school, and they can't read. They don't play the game. They don't know anything about it other than it's Pokemon cards, but they know all the names. And I don't get it, but I guess because I think like, oh, we're supposed to play a game here. You're supposed to do something where you win. But they're not. They're playing a game. It's run around with cards. I don't.
Well, it's the collector's aspect.
But they're not really collectors. These kids. They're just like, they think it's cool, and their friends think it's cool. So, they want their friends to think they're cool, I guess.
It's a start. I mean, I've had this idea, and I've pitched it to Deacon like 3 or 4 times to get him to help me, and he's not interested. So I think I'm just going to do it. But I've probably mentioned it before but Deacon is 18. So for 17 years, I have had this idea for this trading card game. It's not so much a collectible card game, but it's a trading card game, or it's a card game, to where it teaches young kids. It would be like a precursor to get into like Magic or Pokemon or something. It would be very simple and teach simple math.
Oh my gosh.
Got your superhero and your bad guy fighting each other, and you roll a 6-sided dice plus 2, simple math.
Since we're playing trading card, or since we're talking about games incidentally for a moment here, I want to show you something. I was at Target last week with my kids. They got their allowance and they wanted to go shopping, and they didn't buy anything, which is great. And while we were at Target, I looked in the clearance aisle at Target, and I mean, we never go to Target, but we were there, and I was looking at clearance aisle, and I saw the price tag, and I was like, this can't be right. It was a board game, or it was a card game for $4.42. And it was a clearanced out Power Hungry Pets. Okay. And this game is made by the people that make
Taco Cat,
Exploding Kittens.
Exploding Kittens.
Yes.
Throw Burrito.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
in this is the simplest game, and my youngest daughter Lily, who won't play games with anybody, loves this game. Loves it. There's only like I don't know.
I know a game Lily would like then too.
There's only like 20 cards, and they go from 0 to 10, and 1 beats 0, 2 beats 1, etc. Except 0 beats 10. So depending on how you shake out at the end of the game, somebody's got the highest card, and somebody wins. And then you get a little token, and you do another round. It's fast, it's simple, and she went because of this little $4 game. She
like
went
War?
from yes, it's like War. It's kind of like War. Is that what War is? Where you play?
Mm-hmm.
Where you? Yeah. So there's like 5 1s. There's like 3 or 4 2s or whatever. But there's only
We
like
are missing the boat. I
We
swear
had a
to God,
Star Wars game like that we played. The kids played.
this is
I
amazing.
swear we three need to sit down and be like, all right, Old Maid, how can we take this game
Yes.
and change it but keep it the same and make millions of dollars?
Yeah.
And go?
Yeah.
I saw a video today of these two comedians, and they were called the Mimic Men. It was on like America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent, I guess. They do a series of imitations, which everybody does impersonations or impressions rather. But they went A through Z, and so they picked an individual with the A name, like so we would do Arnold, and then they just went back and forth. And I'm like, dude, that's so dumb. Why has no one thought of that before? Just go through the alphabet with their impressions, and it was brilliant.
Sounds
We had a
exhausting.
game.
Stupid
Me and my
and brilliant.
buddies, me and my music buddies had a game that we played for many years. Me and my friend Chad had this game that we never stopped of doing this. So technically, I think this game is still going on between me and Chad. But the game was. This is for music people, JJ. So you would suck at this game and you would lose,
Right.
but you can
Yeah, yeah.
incorporate it for anything. Okay. The premise of the game was we started with the first letter of the alphabet, A.
Okay.
You have to name a band that starts with the letter A. Aerosmith.
Mhm.
That the name of that band, you have to take the last letter, H, and you have to name a band that starts with that letter.
Oh, okay.
And that's it. That's it. And I think we had a time, we played on the road before cell phones. We played on the road and you had a mile, from the next mile marker to the next mile marker to name one, or you got a strike and 3 strikes. And you lose the game.
All right. So that's
You
like
couldn't sit there forever.
20, 30 seconds or
Yeah,
a minute, maybe.
whatever,
A minute,
how fast you
probably,
were
a
going,
minute.
1 mile or 2 miles or however we would
20,
judge it.
30
You would
seconds.
give them a
Driving
distance.
120 miles an hour.
We did when I was at Best Buy. We did a morning warm up game where we would have an all employee meeting before the store opens, and it was a movie TV game. So
Yeah.
we in a circle, someone name a movie, and it didn't matter what movie. You could say Star Wars. Right. The next person has to the person standing next to them has to name an actor from that movie. So they go Harrison Ford. The next person has to name another movie that Harrison Ford was in.
Yeah.
And it just goes all the way. It was so much fun.
A buddy of mine in high school, this is in 10th grade before the internet was in houses. His name is Ben Wilson. He ended up graduating, going down to Miami, becoming a real estate lawyer. He is very wealthy, and he has this comedy tour that comes through Kentucky now. It's called the Kentucky Comedy Tour. And he completely started that and whatnot. But he was a little genius boy, and he sat behind me in history class, and he used to play this game. It's on the internet now, but he played it back in 10th grade, and it was the 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I played that a million times.
Yeah, and he done that. I guess it was when it was first starting before the internet, but when we would, and I remember he would be like, but we would play it, and I remember I tried to get him one day, and I said Alf. And he came back the next day and was like, so and so was a guest star on Alf with Alf. And he had done it. He had done it.
Yeah,
man.
he had linked it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to play Kevin Bacon all the time. Like 2 random actors or something like that. And usually it was like, oh wow, it was only like 5. It was like 5 steps. It's like everybody's worked with Kevin Bacon, literally.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the Toxic Avenger with Kevin Bacon in it right now.
Uh,
I'm going to watch it. I mean, guilty pleasure right there.
I've
He was
seen
in a-
the old one too many times that I am going to watch this one too. You're right.
See?
It's a guilty pleasure. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to
Kevin
be
Bacon
mad.
had a TV show like where he played. He was basically a demon bounty hunter. So it was like like a
Oh, I remember that.
yeah. It was.
It only made it a season, but I was told it was pretty fun.
They canceled it. It's basically the same premise as
R.I.P.D.
Is it? Yeah, I guess same as R.I.P.D. or that Kevin Smith movie or TV show. You know, from Reaper. You know, it's basically the same premise as Reaper.
Reaper was a really funny show. The Bondsman.
Yeah, Bondsman.
Yeah, the Bondsman.
It was all right. It was okay.
I
Yeah.
liked the Reaper TV show.
Yeah, it was.
I
Fun.
liked it. It was fun. I thought the characters, the actors were really good in that show. I've watched it a couple of times. It's only like 2 seasons or something.
Yeah.
What's his name that played the devil? You know that I can't
Yes.
remember his name.
He's really good. He's not my favorite devil ever, but he's really
Hang on. What's his name? Ray Wise.
Yes.
Hang on. Am I moderator?
Yeah, you are.
Here you go. Ray Wise. Him.
All right. Oh, let me put it on presentation. This guy. Yes. Oh my gosh, he's so amazing.
So when we were at one of the Lexington Comic Cons, they have where you can go and see all the celebrities and stuff. And if you don't have a ticket to a celebrity, you can just walk around in a circle and kind of look and see the celebrities in the background through the lines and stuff. You can't take any pictures or anything like that, but you can walk around. And he was on the very end of one of the caps. So I was like really close to him, but I was like looking at him and his face, because every time you see him, he's shiny, and he's shiny. He's a very shiny person.
Really?
And he looks just like that. I was like, oh, I liked your TV show. I didn't say, I was like, oh, I like Reaper. It was a great show.
He was fantastic in Reaper as the devil. But my favorite devil ever is from Constantine. It's Peter Stormare.
Yep.
You know, he's yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Constantine with Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, that guy is a very scary actor.
Amazing. He was amazing.
Yes.
The only devil that I think is scarier is maybe Al Pacino.
That's what I was going to say. The scariest devil was Al Pacino. That end scene,
So slick.
that was one of the best scenes.
Right, it's my greatest tool.
Oh, that was.
I'm thinking a fun scary devil, not a traumatic one. You guys, that movie is traumatic.
It was very realistic. I mean, his speech there at the end. I mean, even when he said, "You can't deny that this last century is mine," and I was just like, "Whoa, dude!"
Yeah, that was a powerful movie.
That was a good scene, man, because that sculpture on the wall started. That whole scene at the end of that movie was just really well done.
That whole movie was well done.
It was in the era of Seven, and Seven had set this kind of tone, I think, for like dark movie that had an unexpected twist. And Devil's Advocate didn't have an unexpected twist, but it had all of that darkness. And
it had it didn't have an unexpected twist, but it had several twists.
Yeah.
You know, with his mother and you know, with all of that at the end, it was really well put together. Was that a John Grisham?
Oh, Devil's Advocate?
I don't think so.
I honestly don't remember. I know what
Andrew Niederman.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what else that guy did.
Is it a book? Because
apparently it was a book.
I bet that's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know what it's based on.
I'd like to read that, but I can't right now because it messes with my creative process. Yes. Yeah. I've been watching Grimm, and I will turn it on like Seinfeld or Ancient Aliens or something I can keep in the background that I don't have to cut. Yeah. So if I try to watch, hey, you need to watch this or you need to watch this, it messes. I'm currently trying to write this big long freaking 6-part story. Every day I'm coming and it messes with I'm like, ooh, maybe I should put a Predator in there. No, I don't need to put a freaking Predator in there.
It's too late to tap into that meta. The Predator movie's already coming out, and they've already got. The Alien Earth movie comes out soon, or not TV show, but I've seen the trailer for that, and I thought, I don't need it.
Have you
I don't need
seen
it.
the trailer for? Did we watch the Predator?
We watched the trailer.
A long time ago.
We watched the Predator movie trailer.
Yeah, I don't think you've seen the new one. The new trailer looks pretty cool. A long time ago, in the early internet, there was a show called The Totally Rad Show. Do you remember ever watching The Totally Rad Show?
The Totally Rad Show?
Totally Rad Show.
Sounds pretty rad.
It was basically three guys who set up in the garage, and Alex Albrecht was one of them. He was from we used to have a computer TV channel, and he was on that. I forget what it was called at the time. And a couple of other guys. Let me get their names real quick. But one of them is the director of
Alex, Jeff, Dan
Trachtenberg.
Dan Trachtenberg. Is that Melissa? Is that what's his name's brother?
Oh, I don't know if that's true or not.
Melissa?
I think it was Michelle Trachtenberg.
Michelle,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Dan Trachtenberg is the director of the Predator Prey movie, or it wasn't called Predator Prey. It was called Prey. He was the director of Cloverfield Lane, and he is the director of Predator Killer of Killers. Or is it Badlands?
That was good. It says he's directed some episodes of Black Mirror and Stranger Things, but Black Mirror is one of my favorite freaking
the guy's good
shows of all
He's a
time.
good director. He was a young man back then. He's still pretty young. I mean, I guess, but here is the Predator Badlands trailer.
Have you not seen this?
Yeah, we watched this one on the show.
Did we watch this?
Yeah.
I pasted it in the channel, and like we talked about it on this.
No, we watched it because we were talking about her and the android, and
she's a Wayland. So this is a crossover between aliens and.
Did y'all watch the Hulu cartoon?
I got like 5 minutes into it, and I was like,
"It's really good." Every single person was like, "It just got dumber in the end," and to me, I did not think so. I mean, there's like 3 distinct stories, but there's one overall 4th story that pulls all the 3 stories together, and you don't learn about the 4th story until you get deeper into the show, because you got the first. What are you? Are you with the Grendel, the Vikings? There's Vikings. There's a samurai, and there's what was the other one? They're really good. I liked it. But everybody that I've talked to has not liked it. They were like, it got dumb at the end. And I was like, I didn't think so.
I can't really judge it. I only watched it for a few minutes, and I was half watching it.
Yeah, you got to watch it. I understand what you mean. Did you guys ever watch Captain Planet?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was never a huge fan of it.
When you only had...
None of us really. Yeah, when you didn't have very much to watch.
Yeah. In 1994, there was Chippendale Rescue Rangers, and
which was good, and I watched it. And Gummy Bears. Bears.
Yeah.
Captain Planet, infamous for being one of the dorkiest and preachiest cartoons ever made, preached to kids about the virtues of environmental panic and progressive multiculturalism. It was woke before woke was officially invented.
Okay.
The cartoon was created by globalist magnate Ted Turner and produced by Turner Programming Services. First aired in 1990. It's coming back.
Yay.
Trying to see if there's trying to see if there was a new trailer or anything for it. Netflix is rebooting Captain Planet.
Do we need that? I don't know.
Did we talk about Don Cheadle?
Here you go. Hey, go ahead.
You got a trailer?
Did we talk about Don Cheadle as Captain Planet?
Don
I've
Cheadle?
seen that. That's
Oh, yeah.
that is.
Go Blades!
Did you know the population of the world is now more than 5 billion?
Wow, that is a lot of people.
And it's increasing by 90 million people each year.
But the Earth is not getting any bigger.
So when it is your turn to have a family,
Keep it small. The more
What?
people there are, the more pressure we put on our planet.
No.
Take it easy on our Earth and conserve what you can. The power is...
The
think
power
about
is
that.
yours. Genocide. No, don't do that.
What?
Here's one on population.
Just don't get why people bring kids into the world when they can't provide for them.
Although population numbers in less developed nations may be
That is
great,
real preaching.
a child in a developed country uses up to 30 times more resources than a child in a less developed nation.
That is amazing.
it seems unfair. I did not know this.
Wheeler, you and Lincoln have too many kids. It must stop. If we ever were to get married,
What?
how many kids would you want to have?
Why?
Because I definitely don't want more than 2.
Every
Well,
10 years, our planet's population grows.
Kudos. They're talking about waiting till you get married to have kids.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. But they're also saying collapse human civilization. That's what they're saying. Collapse
Yeah.
humans. You need.
Wait a minute. Who watched Captain Planet? Let me refine that question. How many? So it was an American cartoon. And
Yeah.
American was in 1990. There was a lot more Christian kids watching this cartoon. All right. So if the Christian population has about one point, let's say they have 2 kids roughly per Christian household, and every other religion has 6 or
Right.
8. How many
Okay.
generations is that going to take? This is this TV show. I didn't even really watch
Not
it
that
as a
long.
kid. In 1990, we were what, like 13, 12,
Yeah.
13 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't really watch this freaking TV show. I knew what it was, but I didn't watch it. But watching it now as a 48-year-old man, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how blatant was this?
Yeah. No, the preachiness was serious. It was. They were trying to. This is propaganda. That's what it is. It's environmentalism propaganda.
Yeah.
But also,
Funny how
I
they
mean,
set
I
that
know-
up way back then.
I know that we've talked about this in the last couple of days. The final U.S. birth data shows a 1% drop in a fertility rate decrease. This is published like 3 or 4 days ago. The current birth rate in the U.S. is something like 1.6.
yeah.
1.6.
Yeah. You want
That's
to know why?
that is
The frog's gay.
that is collapse of civilization. That's a bad number. 1.6. When those
Anything below
1.6
2 can't be.
reach 50 to 60 years and they have only had 1.6 or less, there's no young workforce taking care of them, and eventually cities crumble. I mean,
I've seen videos of these doctors and scientists in this conference talking about this specific chemical that is in women's fertility drugs that
Yep.
the body does not process and the body eliminates.
hmm
And this goes into our water stream,
I've heard this.
and the water does not filter it out either.
Right.
When one of my daughters, I'm not going to, because I got 3. When one of my daughters, when they were younger, when they were younger, they went to the doctor. One of the concerns from her mother was that she was starting to develop a little too early.
Uh-huh.
And the doctor said and he was just kind of, it wasn't a serious thing, but he was like, well, they say that, does she eat a lot of chicken? We put these hormones in these chickens for years to do nothing but grow their muscles and that tissue and
Right.
stuff.
We talked
And
about that
we
for sure.
eat
That was like in
this.
1923 or something like that. They
Yes.
patented a super fat chicken.
Yes. And so when our humans eat that, what do you
Yeah.
think that does to us? Does that hormone get to us? That's what I always argued about
Right.
You know, even I got my dad on board for this, and dad was like, yeah, I mean, they spray poison all over the plants. The seed is covered in poison. They spray poison on the plants while it's growing, and then they harvest it. And then they most of them have a waxy tissue or something sprayed on it to keep it from being a little fresh.
Right.
And then we're all wondering why everybody's got cancer of 28 different kinds.
Right.
Well, you're eating poison. You're wearing poison. Do you know what those all three of our shirts are probably made from? Gasoline, basically.
Right.
Alcohol. It's poison.
Polyethyl. Yeah, that's true.
Look up the biblical. What is it, Dave? Is it satin? Biblical? Is it?
Just wear like
more
linens. There's
you don't want to mix linens. You don't. Want to
and that they have scientifically shown that those two, whatever's mentioned, that you don't mix these.
You don't mix cotton and wool.
Yeah,
right.
and I was watching this video, and it was like scientifically, like from the molecular level, this is what is happening between cotton and wool, and it's causing this whatever energy to go that's not normally there. And in the Bible, it says, don't mix these, you know?
Yeah, it does say that.
And it was talking about one of them like satin or linen or whatever, linen sheets or satin sheets. And it was like, the Bible says something about that, or they wrap in linen or something like that. And it was like linen, and they started like,
it speaks against skinny jeans.
It vibrates. Linen vibrates. Well, linen vibrates, or it wasn't linen. It was whatever it is. Its vibrational level was a level that was with healing. And so they were like, when you have sheets of this on your bed, those sheets are automatically vibrating at a certain level that you don't feel or see or anything, but it's there. And that's the vibrational frequency that's supposed to heal the body. And that's why the Bible says, have your beds with this or whatever. And I don't remember what it is now. I like that kind of crap.
I'll pull it up.
Interesting.
I'll pull it up.
No,
but I have seen that about the different materials.
If I've seen it on TikTok, I sent it to you. When I see stuff like that I'm like, this is cool.
I've seen stuff like that before. And, you know, there might be some certain kind of like
I will say, for not wearing as ridiculous as I'm being on the skinny jeans thing, I'm so glad they're out of style. But that constriction, that does lower the birth rate as well.
Yep.
So does fluoride.
Well, Thaddeus is going to save us all. That's the only thing. So Captain Planet TV show, no.
We did make my wife watch Idiocracy over the weekend, by the way.
Did she like it?
She's like, what the heck did I just watch?
It's
like
prophetic.
The future.
The now.
You watched the future. You watched the future you're living in.
That movie is great, and I didn't watch it until JJ made me watch it. And let me tell you, the best thing about that movie for me personally is when I found out the story about the Crocs in that movie. When I found
super
out
awful looking
story, I was like, this just underlines this movie 3 or 4 times for me, man.
But have you worn them? Have you worn Crocs?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And let me tell you this. This is funny. Ashley used to make fun of Crocs all the time, and she still makes fun of Crocs, but she got a pair of whatever special, not the crazy ones, but she got another pair that doesn't look like Crocs, but they are.
Yeah.
And she's like, wow, these are super comfortable. I was like, yeah, you see why everybody wore them? Because they're comfortable. Slip on, slip off.
All right, guys. I need to go cook my kiddos some breakfast.
What are we having?
Eggs and toast. Because refrigerator is bare. We need to go get groceries today.
Old Mother Hubbard.
What we got? So let's do some
Dave,
jokes.
Do you look up your joke? Dave, do you have a joke? Dave, do you have a special breakfast that you made that was just your breakfast, the dad breakfast that you made for your kids when they were younger? I was telling JJ about it. I had dad cakes that I mixed. I crumbled up sausage and mixed it and made pancakes with sausage crumbles in it. Lots of butter.
I did. We called them man cakes because it's a family recipe, pancake family recipe, but the things are like that thick. And when I make them, they're about that big. So you didn't have to cut up the banana. You just throw the whole banana in, and it's there and stuff like that. Saturday morning cinnamon rolls was probably the biggest one though. Saturday morning cinnamon rolls with Dad. I would make cinnamon rolls every Saturday.
I've told JJ, I was like, he needs something like that. And JJ, let me give you another tip that I found. All right, that you're going to have to use this one with kids, maybe. All right, my kids would not eat carrots when they were younger. They just wouldn't eat carrots. So I started cooking the carrots real down and mashing them up and mixing it with spaghetti sauce when they ate spaghetti. And so they would get and they never knew it was there. But let me tell you something that worked with Deacon and Alex.
Yeah.
Just change the name. We don't have Sloppy Joes. We have Sloppy Alexes. Deacon wouldn't eat a hamburger, but if I made them little bitty and called them burger nuggets, he would eat every one of them. He'd eat all 4 of them.
So my kids have no problem eating carrots and other vegetables. However, my oldest daughter will only eat ranch. So if she's having a hamburger, it's got ranch.
All right.
If she's having a hot dog, it has ranch. The only condiment that she will eat, mustard, ketchup, no. Barbecue sauce, prefer not. Only ranch on everything.
That's all right.
And my wife blames me because when she was 2, I thought it was funny to have her scream.
To have her what?
I thought it was funny to have her scream ranch. So one day she went to a birthday party, at like a little 2-3-year-old birthday party. I wasn't with her. And my wife came back and was like, she went to this birthday party and they asked what everybody wanted to eat and did anybody want anything? And she said, ranch. And beautiful. I always thought that was hilarious. Well, now it's locked in. She won't eat anything but ranch.
It's good stuff, though.
All right, I got a joke for you. I deleted all the phone numbers of all the Germans in my phone. Yeah, I'm now hands-free.
No. Yeah. I'm now hands-free.
You want to tell a joke? Okay. Lily, you want to tell a joke?
Lily going to tell a joke?
Hold on. Let me get the Lily cam ready.
What is the egg's not favorite day?
What day?
Friday.
Oh.
What, nice. The egg's not favorite day is Friday.
Because it has fry in it. Eggs get fried.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Here you go.
And she sells it even more by explaining it to you. That's great. That is comedy right there. She got to work on the pausing.
Yeah.
That was a good joke.
It was great.
That was all right. All right, guys.
So I went to the dentist the other day and he looked at my teeth and he said, "Do you smoke or drink coffee?" And I said, "I drink it."
Oh yeah!
Nice. I got a question for you, gentlemen. Why was school so much easier for cavemen?
Why?
I'm not sure.
Because there was no history to study.
Oh!
All right, well then I'll leave you with some wisdom.
Please
do. To become old and wise, you must first be young and dumb.
That's the truth.
Politicians and talking heads lying left and right. You can help us bring facts into the light. Don't let your daughter lose her neck.